The temple of the descending god, with the figure of a sculptured head facing downward, represents a deity, and Tulum was the center of this particular cult. Encircled by a low wall, there is also a beach area where Maya ships would have docked. This is a picture I took from the beach looking up at some of the ruins. Again, being right on the coast, Tulum was a center for trade. And this is a picture of myself standing next to one of the ruins at the archaeological city of Tulum. Palenque. Located at the western frontier of the lowland region, the name Palenque comes from a nearby village or an ancient city. The palace and the temple of inscriptions both began during the reign of Emperor Hanab Pascal. Hanab Pascal, in 1994, a secret door was discovered that led to 3 rooms. In one room was a solid stone coffin with a woman's remains. Archaeologists called her the Red Queen because she was covered with cinnabar. The ball court, where sports was played, remains unexcavated. However, a natural pool of water below a waterfall is known as the Queen's Bath, and even today, the natives living near Palenque use it as a bathing spot. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza in the Yucatan means mouth of the well of the Itzas. It was the most important city in the Yucatan during the late Maya age, approximately 10th century to the 12th century AD. One group of buildings belongs to the Classic period, and others were built in the Maya Toltec period. The Toltecs were a tribe that succeeded the Maya in the 12th century. Arts and sciences flourished in Chichen Itza. Many cenotes, C-E-N-O-T-E-S, or underground wells made it a good place to settle. This is Kukulkan's pyramid, or El Castillo. It is the most famous site, and as a matter of fact, it was just declared one of the modern 7 wonders of the world. A 75-foot pyramid was built here for astronomical purposes. At the vernal and autumnal equinox, sunlight bathes the western side of the main staircase. 7 isosceles triangles are formed, imitating the body of a serpent, some 37 yards long. And as the sun rises, the illumination continues to shine downward, step by step, or scale by scale, upon the serpent's body, until eventually the serpent's head is illuminated. A person standing at the top of this pyramid can speak in normal voice and can be heard at ground level for some distance. Indeed, even today, thousands and thousands of visitors come to Chichen Itza, stand on the grassy area, and watch as the vernal and autumnal equinox does its thing and illuminates the feathered serpent Quetzalcoatl. This is the ball court at Chichen Itza. This is where games were played by the Maya. It had a certain mystical energy, the Maya believed. The game that they played was a cross between soccer and basketball, where one would kick a ball and hopefully kick it high enough that it would go through one of the rings above the field. The number 7 was sacred to the Maya. There were 7 players on each team. The rings were set, that I mentioned, that the ball must go through, were 7 meters in height. And this is so fascinating, if you clap, and I've done this, or shout in the middle of the ball field, the sound will echo 7 times. However, ladies and gentlemen, the true mystery behind the ball court is the Mayan prophecy that on December 22nd, 2012, the great warrior serpent Kukulkan will rise from the ground from this ball court, and beneath the ground would end the world for good. Even if you are a non-believer, it's eerie, and it was for me, to stand in the middle of this court and imagine what might take place on December 22nd, 2012.